Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine, I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I'd take my chances. I'd die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building, I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teagues, blown up for Raquel Welch, but when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
Where's Colt?
He's playing poker.
Well, I got a bigger gamble for him. The next stunt. Action!
Feel him good, G. Feel him good.
Come on, Colt. You're bad.
Colt! Hey,
Yeah.
I need you on the set right away.
I'll be right there.
No, they need you right now. Come on,
Okay,
here,
okay.
take this for
All
your
right,
car.
all right, I'll be right there. Howie, come here, quick. Howie, play this hand, will you?
Is this bridge?
No, it's poker. Well, I don't know how to play poker. It's okay. This hand will play itself. Bad fellas.
Am I in?
Action!
All right.
Hey, kid, where's our money? How much did we make?
Well, nothing. I folded.
You folded. What do you mean you folded?
They raised $50, and I didn't have any two that matched, so...
It was a royal flush. It's unbeatable. You damn...
Andrea Turner, you've had it. And I get $50,000.
Opportunity knocks.
Opportunity to get lost.
Oh, come on, Colt. You're gonna love this one. A deadly hit lady. This composite drawing is all there is on her. She skipped bail in upstate New York before her arraignment on a murder-for-hire rap, and she vanished.
She doesn't look like a killer to me.
Her looks don't kill. Her knife does. A first-class bounty hunter picked up her trail in Connecticut. She slit him open. The coroner's report indicates she used the martial arts. What do you think, Colt, huh?
How do you make things sound very appealing? Maybe she's got a sister. Howie's always asking to double date.
That might not work. She might be a he.
Well, I sympathize with you, Diana, but there's no soliciting permitted on government property.
Would you call a plea for $50,000 for the Children's Hospital soliciting?
No, not I personally. But the rules are quite specific.
Oh, red tape is for small men, Mr. Riggins. Oh, my late husband, Tim, said that you were one of nature's biggies.
Diana, Tim was a professional bounty hunter who took the posters off the walls. He didn't put them up.
Every year children die for the lack of money for research to fight blood disease. Now, my niece is one of those children, and I want her to live. But I'm still short $50,000 of making that happen.
Wish I could help you, Diane. But my hands are tied.
Please, Colt. It's murder, and, the guy who was killed is a friend of mine.
How do you know she's in California?
Well, the grapevine has it that there's a new contract killer in town, and she is the best. Also, there's a great lead through Interpol. It seems that Andrea Turner, our hit lady, that's the only name we've got on her. She's an art collector.
Yeah, what kind of art?
Rodin?
Rodin? You mean like in The Creature Who Ate Godzilla?
Rodin, like in The Thinker.
Oh.
Cute.
I'm Tim's widow. Are you Freddie?
Yeah. Hey, Tim was my best friend. Be careful, he's a killer.
Room number and address. You're very thorough.
Colt, the gallery upstairs is the only one in town that has a Rodin for sale. Incidentally, this particular bronze is a study of a beautiful ballerina which shows Rodin at the height of his powers. Looking at it once he's not only his mastery, but also her ebullience.
Well, I wouldn't want a bunch of strangers looking at my ebullience.
It's not what it means, Jody.
I've got scruples.
I didn't even know you were sick.
Scruples isn't a disease, and ebullience means that it's... Oh, you guys are right.
Al, you watch from the street. Jody, you watch from the truck.
Okay. Where are you going?
Upstairs.
I was always hot for ebullience. How you watch from over there?
Don't you just love his brushwork?
Well, he did that with a brush? I could have sworn he dipped his hand in a bucket of paint and just let her rip.
Oh, you know his early work. How exciting. The moment you came in, I knew that you were a connoisseur. Do I have something for you? His Beverly Hills suite. Trouble on Rodeo Drive. So exquisitely decadent, and yet in its own way, so humble within its environment.
I'll bring you a certified copy of the provenance document.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Is she a regular customer?
Oh, no. No, she has not been here before. However, I would like you to pay particular note to the heliotrope, the gushing color, the foam of this work.
C'est merveilleux, n'est-ce pas? Est-ce que vous avez jamais vu une ligne si élégante, si ravissante?
What does that mean?
This is really a beautiful line.
Miss Turner?
Stop it! These are priceless works of art!
My precious art destroyed.
Look at the bright side. They weren't selling, and they were fully insured.
What is it with you, lady?
Diana.
You're looking good, Colt. It's been a long time.
Howie, get her. Hey, I thought you knew karate.
I must have forgotten that move.
It was a bizarre coincidence, Colt. She running into me while you were running after a hit woman while I was running after a wanted man.
Well, I don't trust coincidences. They find them in a script, they fire the writer.
You sound just like Tim.
What's that for?
For saving my life. And that's for risking your own life for doing it. You know, if I told Tim once, I told him 1,000,000 times. Safe is smart. Dangerous is dumb.
So that's why you're going after the reward on the murderer, because it's safe and smart.
Well, it wasn't until your killer grabbed me.
What if your killer and my killer are the same person?
Whatever. It's been swell, but I've got to go look up an address that one of Tim's old snitches gave me on my pigeon. That's where I was headed before I was so rudely interrupted.
Tim was my best friend. He happened to save my life a couple of times. You think I'm going to let you do that?
I'm a Leo, and I'm part Irish, and I need the 50 grand. Do you think I'm going to let you stop me without a court order or a baseball bat?
The first thing that Tim taught me about bounty hunting is you don't send a catfish after a shark. And believe me, Diana, you are a catfish. Are you still going to do it?
See you, Colt.
Wait. I'm going with you. I can't let you do it alone. It's dangerous.
You mean you're going to help me get my man? Oh, you big softy.
Colt, I checked on that Rodin sculpture like you asked, and somebody did buy it. A local law firm submitted a sealed bid on behalf of this trust fund they represent. But the gallery wouldn't give out any names or addresses.
An art lover with her own legal counsel. Say, your killer sounds classier than mine.
Colt, look. It's her shoe. I found it in the alley.
Custom made and reinforced. Could be the shoe of a professional dancer.
She used a spring-loaded gadget to feed out her knives.
A prop. Like special effects rigged for you in that Redford spy picture.
Now you're getting the idea, kid. I want you and Jody to check out the prop houses and all the theatrical costumers. Maybe they can give us a line on our little lady's goodies.
Aren't you coming with us?
You all run on. Be careful. Just remember, the lady you're after is no lady.
Don't think I don't appreciate your help, but I'm not splitting my reward.
Why me?
Good afternoon, Mr. Rossiter.
Good afternoon, Miss Turner. Oh, excuse me. Would you like to see the paper?
Thank you.
Your share of the money from our last commission is taped to the financial section. It's $30,000. I have received numerous inquiries about your services. And I'll notify you when we get a live one on the wire. I mean, business is booming.
No more for now. I'm being followed.
By whom?
I don't know, but he's getting close.
Diana, are you sure this is the right place?
Freddie said my killer was using this office for a drop. Oh, let's forget it. It's locked.
It wasn't locked, it was just stuck.
No, it's unstuck, like in breaking and entering.
So far, it's just breaking. What are you doing with that cannon?
Oh, it belonged to Tim. I'm sort of sentimental about it.
Yeah, it's a .357 Magnum. It's got enough sentiment in it to air condition an elephant.
Well, then, if there's an elephant hiding in that closet, he's in big trouble.
It's your hitman's arsenal.
Well, shouldn't we dust these for fingerprints or something?
Probably wouldn't find any. But somebody with a name and address had to rent this office. Those guns should have serial numbers that could be traced. Terry? No, but I'm working on it. Fact is, I could use a favor.
I don't know if this is such a hot idea.
Colt told us to check out costumers and prop houses, didn't he? And they said that they sold the knife gimmick and the shoe to somebody using this theater's business account, right?
Right, but it doesn't mean whoever bought them is in the theater now. Howie! We have no proof that our hit lady is here.
Yeah, would you care to retract that last remark? I'd be willing to bet you anything one of them is Andrea Turner. The question is which one?
Howie, they're all blondes. Our hit lady is a brunette, in case you didn't notice.
Of course I did. She probably wears a wig when she does a job. It's a perfect disguise.
Who are you? What are you doing in my theater?
Your theater? Oh, you must be Mr. Llewellyn. I'm Howard Munson Jr., the motion picture stuntman who telephoned you earlier about upgrading my career by studying stage technique.
All right, Stanley. I told you I wasn't interested.
Yes, sir, I know that, but I felt that if you were to see my portfolio, you might give me a chance. I have worked with some of the best.
You actually appeared with Marlon?
Yes, only twice.
And Lord Laurence Olivier?
Oh, yes, Larry was a fun guy.
Robert Redford? Dustin Hoffman? Lee Strasberg. He actually worked with Lee.
Thank you, Lieutenant, for getting me this information so quickly. You may have just helped us locate a killer.
Hello?
Colt, hi, listen. Those weapons you found are registered to Mr. Earl Rossiter. He's the owner of the Marina Gun Club. If Rossiter isn't the connection, he ought to know who is.
And, who, pray tell, are you? You lovely creature.
Jody Banks. I'm a friend of Howie's. I do stunts in the movies, too.
And does the theater lure you with the same intensity which has driven Mr. Munson to abandon his breakaway walls and his exploding automobiles?
Yeah. Well, sort of.
Well, then I would be a callous rogue indeed not to offer you a place in my humble company of players. Welcome to the Llewellyn Theater, my dear Miss Banks.
Don't I have to try out?
No, you don't. He does.
Now remember, Diana, play it rich and intense. According to Terry, Rossiter's the contact or the killer.
But if it works, the killer will come after you.
Well, that's what Bates for.
Well, you sure look pretty enough.
Thanks.
My husband is out of town so often on business I don't feel safe, so I decided to change all that.
Oh, I'm surprised your husband didn't teach you to shoot, Mrs. Duffy. He's a very fine marksman.
Him? He's not my husband.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I naturally assumed.
Well, forgive me. How was that, sweetheart?
Oh, it's fabulous, Colt, as usual.
Well, I'm even better with the other hand.
Oh, I know, darling. You see, Colt and I became involved during one of my husband's absences, and I'm afraid I was a little too generous with the boy, and he became spoiled. And he unfortunately won't let me forget about it.
You mean blackmail?
My husband is worth millions, and this Hollywood gigolo is trying to bleed me out of every penny. Oh, that's wonderful, darling. Terrific. I'll pay you anything to get rid of him for good. 100,000, 200,000, anything.
Well, I'm sympathetic, of course, but, I don't know how I could help you.
Well, since you deal so much in weapons, Mr. Rossiter, I thought that you might know someone. 250,000, but it has to be done this afternoon.
Now, really, Mrs. Duffy, you're talking to the wrong man.
Freddie the Palooka thought differently.
Now, how would a person like you run across somebody like Freddie the Palooka?
Desperation helps you meet new people. Call Freddie. I'm sure he'll give you a character report.
If I did know someone capable of solving your problem, where would this person find your gentleman friend, say, later this afternoon?
I'm sure I could convince him to return here to shoot his little gun before his plane leaves. Say, 4 o'clock?
Mrs. Duffy, it's been a pleasure talking to you. No, please. Enjoy the range.
Did he buy it?
Well, I think so. I threw Freddie the Palooka in as a clincher. I told Freddie to really lay it on thick. I don't think Rossiter must be so hard to convince with all of these rocks.
Yeah, but don't get too fond of him. We gotta get him back to the studio by 6.
Oh, spoiled sport.
Do you know how to use that thing?
How'd I do?
Good. Real good.
Now, believe me, Miss Turner, this could be a gold mine.
Fulfilling a commitment on such short notice at your gun club could create difficulties.
Now, it would be worth it. After you execute the contract, we can bleed this lady forever. Now, Andrea, have I ever steered you wrong?
Very well then, Mr. Rossiter. But I want Mr. Severs to be quite alone when I come by. Until 4 then.
Right.
There must be something I can do to help.
Yeah, you can stay here, so I don't have to worry about you.
Yeah, but what if he gets in close enough to take a shot? Then what?
First man that walks in that door is as good as booked. Now, you stay put.
Mr. Colt Sievers.
The hit lady.
Don't meddle with me again.
You can't beat old ladies.
You're telling me.
Get the lead out. We'll lose the witch.
Better let me have the wheel.
Oh, don't be silly. This car's a pet. When I whistle, it wags its tail.
Well, that was hairy.
I don't like front seat drivers.
Look out, this box is in the way. She's doing a 180.
What's a 180?
That's not a 180.
I was never good at numbers. So that's a 180.
No, that's a fire hydrant.
Well, I will have to admit you were right about one thing. Our meeting certainly wasn't a coincidence.
It was a disaster.
We have to get after my hit man or your hit woman, whoever he or she happens to be at the moment. That's money on the hoof.
Howie and Jody have been on this hit lady part since early this morning. Now, nobody is going to get away this time.
But you haven't heard from me yet.
Right, but I will.
So I suppose I would be reasonable if I just stayed here and let this nurse look after me for a few days.
And Tim would approve of that.
Oh, Colt, you will let me in on the final capture, won't you? The reward is very important to me.
I will hold her or him down while you put the cuffs on.
Oh, bless you, Colt. You know, if you don't mind, I am feeling very, very tired.
Well, why don't you just take a nap?
Where are you going? Out. Call me a cab, will you, honey? Tell him I need a driver that's very familiar with the downtown area where the theatrical costumes and props are. Oh, it's okay, honey. I'm a school teacher. I run a tight classroom.
I don't believe in love. Especially not with the sailor I just met.
Don't hold my service against me. When I take off my uniform, you'll see I'm just an ordinary man.
Not ordinary. There's nothing ordinary about you. Or about the way I feel. What's the matter?
I think you chipped my tooth.
Can you really get me on the movie set?
Yeah, of course I can, Vivian, darling. There's just one little thing you can do for me.
Here or my place? You have a thing for footwear, Jack?
It's Howie, and if the shoe fits, you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
It doesn't matter. Foot's too big anyway.
Too what?
Too big for what I had in mind.
Kinky creep.
Any luck?
Cinderella doesn't work very well in the real world. I managed to eliminate 2 suspects. Oh, hi, Lola.
Sickie.
She was suspect number 2?
Yeah.
Listen, you better get in touch with Colt, because if you've narrowed it down to one possibility, he's going to want to know.
Well, nobody answered at the house when I called, so I left word at the studio. Meanwhile, I better stay close to Nan. I haven't tried her foot yet, but she's got to be the hit lady. So beautiful, but so deadly.
Sounds like my Aunt Elvira's ham casserole.
Tell Miss Turner that I spoke to our mutual attorneys before coming here to Lois Island. And they said inquiries have been made about the Rodin at the Vermeer Galleries by a Jody Banks.
You're sure about her name?
Yes, definitely.
Anything else?
She's a stunt woman who works with the guy who set up me and Miss Turner with that Duffy woman. His name is Colt Seavers.
Thank you very much. Miss Turner will meet you at Lobos Island this afternoon.
No. Tell her that's cutting it too fine. Tell her the time to go is now.
I shall personally deliver your message, Mr. Rossiter. Goodbye.
Did you see that kitchen back there?
Jody, I do hope that you won't think that I'm capitalizing on my position as owner and director of this theater, but I want you to have a drink with me, or I shall cast you to the wolves.
What if I pick the wolves?
But you see, I'm also the principal wolf.
Oh, well, then I don't have much choice.
No, none at all.
I thought you said something about the finest restaurant in town.
Oh, this is the finest restaurant in town. But it's not remarkable for its refreshments.
Then what's it remarkable for?
For its ambience. Where else could you relax in the company of such magnificence?
Wow. I've never seen anything so beautiful except for in a museum.
Art. Art is the only thing that lasts, Jody. Kingdoms, wealth, knowledge, they all decay and die. But art remains for all eternity.
I've seen this somewhere before. It's a Rodin, isn't it?
Very good, my dear. Yes, indeed it is. Yes, it is a Rodin. And so is this one, and that larger bronze. Auguste Rodin is my personal god of sculpture. But you know that, don't you?
No. I don't know that, Mr. Llewellyn. I mean, how would I?
You checked the Vermeer Gallery, didn't you?
You and your friend, Colt Seavers, have been quite thorough.
Oh!
I've given you instructions, and you can't even find the way.
Hey, lady, trust me. I know where I'm going.
There it is, over there.
I know, lady. I know.
You couldn't find your way out of a one-way tunnel. The manager of the clubhouse told you exactly where to come, and you still couldn't find it. And don't say another word, or you'll have to sue me for your fare. Oh...
Lady, you're crazy.
Well... Stop making all that noise, Jody. I'll untie you.
Yeah, what the hell was that all about?
Mr. Llewellyn, he doesn't like strangers.
Well, I don't think I like Mr. Llewellyn either. Now, come on, I want some answers.
Oh, come on, Nan. I'm not some sort of a weirdo or anything. I was just trying to get your foot size.
You go back and explain that to them at the restaurant. I'm sure they find men sneaking under women's tables every day of the week.
Well, I wouldn't have had to do that if you just tried on the dumb shoe.
I already have a shoe on. See? Oh.
Diana!
Somebody must have seen Jody and Howie. They're not the invisible type.
I don't know about Jody. And I don't care if I ever see that foot fetishist again.
Howie?
Colt, come on, let's go.
Llewellyn here. Have the chopper ready. I want to go to Lobos Island and all points beyond as soon as I dispose of some cargo.
Which way'd they go?
They went down that way.
Let's go. There's a dozen different directions they could have gone.
Don't worry, Colt and Howie will come after us.
But how can they find us? I got it.
Oh, you're not. That's a great work of art.
Sorry, but it worked for Hansel and Gretel.
Those aren't breadcrumbs.
And no birds will eat them.
I don't see that van anywhere.
Go to the right. Take a right, right. Stop, Colt, hold it. Stop.
What, are you loco?
Colt, look. It's a Rodan. Diana must have thrown it out of the van.
Now we know which way she went. Diana always was a smart cookie.
Yeah, well, Rodan was a great cookie. An immortal classical cookie. It wasn't even a cookie, he was a souffle.
Maybe we ought to call Julia Childs in on the case, huh?
Oh, we're talking immortal art here.
I don't know, kid, but I know Diana. She wouldn't be tossing out Rodans if it wasn't a matter of death or death.
Colt, there's another one.
Grab it, kid.
Next time, could you slow down at least? Man, this one really took a beating, Colt. Luckily, every bronze sculpture is considered an original, so it can be sent to the foundry for repairs and still retain its value.
Well, let's hope we don't have to find a foundry for Diana.
Yeah.
Should we jump?
Well, I could make it, but you couldn't.
All right. We'll be ready for him when he stops.
Well, they'll have to kill us both. We don't have to cooperate.
We won't.
Then we have nothing to worry about.
Well, what if I miss?
I won't.
What if you do? This hitman hitwoman has killed an awful lot of good people.
Shoot Colt! Great shot.
Wow, nice shot, Diana.
It works better with your eyes open.
Yeah, you okay?
We're both okay, but we'd lost Llewellyn's getting away.
Shake him off.
Colt! Diana heard him order the chopper. He's headed for Lobos Island.
Howie, get to the boat dock.
Right.
Rossiter, I've picked up unwanted company.
Who is this? Where's Miss Turner?
I am Miss Turner, you cretin! Stanley will explain to you later. Now you just, deal with my pursuers.
Send out the 3 boats and all my men. Stop them.
Do you understand?
Yeah, sure. Anything you say.
Why doesn't Llewellyn just keep on running?
My bet is that he's going home for the rest of his rodents. First, we gotta get past them.
Stay low, kid. I'm gonna ram one of them. Wow, talk about jaws!
Can't we go any faster?
I'm going full out. We're gonna have to use some finesse on these two. And some windshield wipers. You got it, kid. Now when you take over, stay on the other one's tail. I'll come at him from the front. We'll get my Rodins and my money and then head for Mexico. Rossiter and Stanley will have to fend for themselves. Quickly, you clod! Rossiter might have let them slip through. That's about the size of it. You're no match for me. I have a black belt.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Beat me with your wardrobe?
Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Oh!
Thank you.
Would you sign this, please?
Oh, sure. Colt. Would you take care of her, please?
Sure, kid. Give me a couple of bucks, huh? Second belt, make it 5. Thanks.
Thank you.
Welcome.
$50,000 divided by 3. Okay, a third and a third and a third gives you $16,666.66 and 2/3 cents.
Forget the 2/3 cents.
I will just deposit this check and disperse the funds.
Consider it dispersed. Well, Diana, after That action, I owe you dinner.
Oh, forget the food, Colt. All I want is my $16,000 for my niece and the rest of the kids at the children's hospital. And the $16,000 of your share you promised me. Oh, now stop complaining and start riding, or I'll move in with you.
I'll get my checkbook.
Bodie and Doyle have to pose as the baddies if they're to infiltrate an embassy in The Professionals at 5 to 5. But before that, it's your afternoon double with the Caped Crusader. Bruce Wayne ends up as Catwoman's parole officer in Batman next.